I'm going to welcome a new sponsor, Tradier, Tradier Brokerage. They allow you to trade on your own terms by offering commission-free equity and options trading with no per contract fees and unparalleled customer service.
That's great.
And I will also thankfully introduce my friend Todd Bubba Horwitz. He's been trading for 36 years. He's one of the original market makers in SPX Trading Pit, regular contributor on Fox, NBC, BNN, Kitco, Bloomberg. So you've seen his handsome face a lot. Not only is he a seasoned pro, but he's also an advocate for financial literacy. He's created a program for high school students to help them learn how to trade the markets. And Raleigh, we're going to let you tell us what he's going to talk about today.
Okay.
How to get him mic'd up, get the screen going, all of that good stuff. So
That sounds great.
Bubba, you want to come on in?
Yeah. So Todd today is going to be talking about micro and mini futures, what he considers to be the next big thing, an algorithmic trading platform for all types of traders, trading simultaneous advantage of market ups and downs and using diversification to build confidence and consistency. Essentially, he's going to share how he's trading the markets today using the tools that he's got. And with that, I'd like to welcome Todd to the room. Todd, Bubba, how you doing?
Here, and Pat, thanks for making me younger than I am, because it's my 43rd year as a member of an exchange. So
Would you start when you were 3?
Man, and I look weathered, but it's been a great career, and it's been something I've done since I was 21 years old. So I'm happy to be here and happy to be able to share some of the things that we do, and actually some of the transformation from a floor trader, which I was, to a screen trader, which I am now. So I think that that's important because, again, everybody wants to know about the business itself. So, and of course, what could be better than to be here with you guys?
Absolutely, right? First thing in the morning, middle of the weekday.
I've been up since 1 o'clock. I don't know about you, boss, first thing. But I start about 1 a.m. every day. So,
Not to me. I am going to let you get underway. So take it away there, mister.
I will be happy to do so. And again, once again, thanks for having me back. It's always great. And I love Westmark and Pat and Raleigh. They're great people. And also thanks to Tradier, although I'm not showing options. I do have some offers from them later, but they are a great broker and they do a great job. And again, just think about what you're paying now. And if you're gonna pay nothing, it's a hell of a lot cheaper and better for you. So in the meantime, today though, I do want to talk about micro and mini futures. It's one of our products that we use, and it's based on proprietary algorithms that we have. And it's not for active, it's for just trading once a day if you trade at all, which is something that we really enjoy because we don't want to get involved in the day-to-day irrational behavior that happens in markets. So it is micros and minis, which was the biggest launch that the CME have ever had. So we'll get started now. And of course, before I can do that, I've always got to show the disclaimer. You guys have seen it probably, all day or yesterday and today. And, there's risk. There's nothing is guaranteed. Now, I will not project results for you. I will show you our past results, and I'll show you where we stand right now. Okay. And in the meantime, as Pat mentioned, this is my 43rd year. Okay. And I regularly contribute to networks. But the thing I like to talk about always is everything that we trade, I trade. If it goes out of my office, I'm in a position, or I will be. Now, again, because of these systems, the trades are issued about 3 a.m. And, some of the markets aren't even open yet, but we will be in the same position and we are always together, which is something that I believe in. Because if I'm not willing to get in it, why would I want to put you in? So today we'll talk about what are our objectives, manage futures. It's the math, the portfolios, how you can take advantage, and I will answer all of your questions as I always do. Now I'm a little shorter than I usually am on my own because I got a time limit here, but I'll do the best I can. Before we go anywhere, okay, remember, okay, in trading, there is risk, okay? And I don't care how good of a trader you are. I don't care how great your method is. There is always drawdowns involved, okay? So this is not get rich quick tomorrow. This is learn how to build learn how to manage, learn how to work your portfolio without great effort, but alone, you have to understand that markets do have drawdowns. And let's not ever kid ourselves that there's anybody who hits 99%. That's a myth, and it's it's not reality. Okay. Reality is if you understand how to use the drawdowns, you can actually take advantage of them. So, but remember, drawdowns are part of the trading game. I don't care how you're doing it or how long you've been doing it. I've been doing it 43 years. I've had plenty of drawdowns, but I'm still here. Okay. Now, we have a proprietary algorithm, okay, which is really what it does is it takes the intellectual properties that we have developed over the years of trading, and it puts it into a formula without any emotion. And again, I think most of us can look back at our history in either trading or in life and find some emotional moments we wish we could take back. And that's where the algorithm is so valuable, because it does not get influenced by news. And if you see behind me, there's a big screen TV that is normally on VSiN Sports and Information Network, not on CNBC or Fox or any of the networks, because I don't want to hear what they have to say. Okay. What they have to say, if it's news, it's old news. So remember that all news is always priced in the markets well ahead of time before we ever even hear it. Okay. Now, we are mechanical traders. What that means is that we're trading a method that works. We know what the win rate is. We know what the percentage is. But the major reason traders lose money in the long run is because they miss trades, let losses run in trades they're in, and take profits far too early. Now, who's ever done that before? And again, I know that if I could see your hands raised, everybody would have to raise their hands at least once, because we've all done it. Okay. My method does none of the above. The objective is to keep you in the trade as long as the trend exists. Okay. And this is very similar if you've ever heard of the turtles. I used to trade with Richard Dennis on the floor. Okay. And I know Richard well. And this, I believe, is even better than what he taught. Okay. Because we've actually refined it even more, but we never miss a major move. But we don't sell the top, and we don't buy the bottoms either. Okay. Because we can't tell you when tops or bottoms are coming into the market. Okay. We can only catch, as we like to call it, the meat of the move. And why mini and micro futures? Well, first of all, they're very efficient to use. There's very low margin involved. Okay. They've got all of the asset classes covered. Okay. The fees and commissions are less. And of course, there's no FINRA day trading restrictions. Okay. So if you wanted to be more active, you never have to worry about that day trading minimum. If you've ever had, only $5,000 in your account and you want to make a trade, you can't, because you've already made your day trades for the week. So it's always problematic. And that's where the micros and they solve that problem. And of course, we talk about the next big thing, because this was the biggest launch in the history of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Okay. These futures, and many people are afraid of futures, but these futures were so big that they have become a way that many people trade. And we actually were able to create our portfolios out of them. And there are so many reasons that futures are great products. And of course, there's a great tax advantage as well. I always forget the form number. Some people will tell me what it is, but usually I think it's 1250. It's either 1256 or 1056, but you pay less taxes on your trading, which is obviously always a good thing. And even though they've extended the deadline this year by a month, we want to pay less if we can, of course. The day trading pattern, we don't have any day trading pattern. Now, we don't personally day trade these, but some of you may really like what they do, and you may want to use this as another additional strategy. Okay. Now, you'll hear this from me, and I speak in Chicagoese. There ain't no secrets. Okay. You just have to follow rules, okay, of what you're doing. Okay. There is no magic sauce out there. It's about discipline and about following the rules that are right in front of you. Okay. I mean, I will share the secret to success with you, but I'll share it to you a little bit later. Okay. But I will share it with you because there is a secret. But the key to our models are probability. Okay. Remember, if you take trading down to the simplest, it is nothing more than a game. You are trading a straight probability model. Okay. If you've ever played poker, gin, backgammon, or bridge, those are four games that are based on math. and the better player will win. Now, they won't win every time, but they will win over time, and they will have a much higher win rate. Okay. And that's what you're trying to focus on in these models and in your own trading. Again, whether you become a member of mine or not, remember these things I'm teaching you because they are important for any type of trading you do. No matter what you're trading or how you're trading, you got to know certain things about your business because this is a business. So we are using straight probabilities and mathematical formulas that we could care less what the news is. It means nothing because the markets are going to do what the markets are going to do. And if you can identify those trends, you will be on the side of probability, which is all you can do to put yourself in the best position. Again, this is just one of my members. This happens to be a professor at Cornell. Very impressive market price analysis. Yours is the best in the world. Most consistent in methodology, most rigorous. Drop the emotions. Don't listen to the pundits who comment on casualty based on reading the news. And of course, as I tell you on a regular basis, I get these all the time because we are 100% rule-based. Okay. And this professional traders, which I am, and I was on the floor, if you're not using rules, okay, and you don't have a plan, you're doomed to fail. Okay. You have to understand what I'm doing. And I know, depending on what type of trading I'm doing. Now, personally, I trade the portfolios. I day trade live every day for a group, okay, my own account. And I know there's certain rules with whatever I'm doing. And if as long as I'm following those rules, I will make money over time. I won't make money every day. I won't make money every trade, but I will make money over time. And I think that is what we need to always recognize is the opportunities that are available by using the proper rule system and the proper plan. Now, algorithm trading, which is what we're using, okay, no opinion. We're not timing them. We're not trying to time the market. I mean, it cannot be done, okay? Versus, the subjective or gambling trading, where you have an opinion, and just quick heads up, I do a lot of writing for example, Kitco. I write commentary on gold every day, gold and silver. And of course, I get a lot of hate mail because right now we're short gold. But again, we're only playing what the trend is. I have no interest in what the product is. I just want to be on the right side because I want to make the money. Okay. And I think that is the most important. We don't get emotional. I don't get emotional about anything because you have to remain in this industry. And again, this goes for whatever you're going to trade. Okay. You have to remain even. Okay. You don't want to get to that point. And if you've ever, and I'm sure many of you have done this, you might have had a argument with a friend or a spouse or a significant other, whatever, and something came out of your mouth that you wish you could shove right back in. Well, that's the same that goes in trading. We want to make sure that we are always focused on what the task at hand is, which is to make a successful trade. And if it's not, to limit the damage as much as we can. Okay, we use straight facts, okay, and we make every trade that the system recommends. Okay, now the real rules are this: to win it with algorithmic mechanical trading, you must have no opinions about the markets, zero, none, nada. Opinions, you will lose money. Okay, if you violate rule number one, you'll lose money. If a trend is the basis of all profit, if you not understand that, you should not be trading. If you pay attention to the news, you will lose money. Okay, trust me. The news is never on time, especially today. Now, I go back 43 years when I first started. We had 48 traders. We had 2 12-inch LED computers for everybody. Okay. Then news meant something. It didn't flow as fast. Today, the news is so fast, it doesn't matter. Okay. For 1 minute, you think you know more than the market. Price is too high or too low. You're wrong. Okay. Let the market will tell you based on price action. I think you just listened to Richard about price action. Price action will tell you where the market's going to go. You're not going to tell the markets. And if you think you can, you're wrong. We never sell top, nor we buy bottoms. That is for fools who insist on being right as opposed to making money. Okay? The market is going higher and you are short. The market is right and you are wrong. And if you are long and the market is going lower, you're wrong. It's that simple. Again, don't make this more complex than it is. Okay. If you try to outsmart, outguess, outthink the market, you will lose money. Okay? The objective in mechanical trading is to mirror the market. Okay. Which when you're trend trading, you want to mirror exactly what it's doing. and the market's going up, you want to be long with the market. The market's going down, you want to be short with the market. It's really that simple. And we trade a number of products. Some are going up, some are going down. And our job is to be with the trend on every one of them. Okay. A trend mechanical trading gives you an edge in trading. And I can tell you, as a seasoned veteran floor trader, you need an edge to create winning trades. Okay. Again, there is no magic out there. There's nothing that is going to give you automatic winners other than hard work and understanding with the rules. And here's another from another one of my members. I've been following Bubba for approximately a year and a half. Since I began following him, my account has steadily gone up, greater than 100% profit in the first year. This isn't easy to say. Won't be periods of pullbacks or drawdowns. There will be, and they are inevitable in any successful trading system. It will be stressful when they occur. Hold your positions, follow new trades provided, and don't overthink the process or value we are hearing or think or seeing in the charts. If you follow the rules and stay the course, a rising account and net liquidity will be your reward. The few times I did stray, okay, it happens, right? The program rules, I cost myself money, but reinforced to follow the program without question. The biggest temptation will be the book profits on a position going your way and to support a resistance. I urge you to look at long positions in NASDAQ in October of 19 and gold in June of 2019. There are many more. Both approach resistance. The temptation would have been to take position off and book profits, but both blew through resistance and went on to book bigger profits. So again, now what are our objectives? Well, we want to make money. I mean, that's why we're here. I mean, you may like to hear me speak, you may not, but we're here to make money. Okay. We always try, and again, it's not always easy, but we try to keep the variance small. And how is that? Well, we have our portfolios are balanced. Okay. And we're trying to make sure we have a good representation of, both sides of the markets, so that when they do make moves, that we can benefit from something. We want to keep the drawdown small. And again, that is done. But of course, that also comes back to you, because you have to manage your leverage that you're using, because in this business, the most dangerous tool is leverage that traders try to over lever, especially when they're going well, because the money just keeps rolling in. But suddenly, if you stay over leveraged, and you should never be over leveraged, but if you continue to press it up, you end up getting cracked. And of course, you end up like a Bear Stearns or a Lehman Brothers that were leveraged at 40 to 1. Okay. Now, using what we call managed futures. Now, we don't do the managing. We give you the signals. You're going to do the trading yourself or through our letter of direction type of trading, but you handle your own accounts. But Richard Dennis said, all good trend following systems will keep you in the market until there's evidence that the trend has changed. Okay. Again, you will stay in the market until there's evidence that something has changed. And why would you want to change if there's no change? Okay. Why would you look for a reason to get out of something if there's no reason to get out? And I think that's one of the important things and lessons that you can take. Again, in all walks of your trading life, whether with me as a member or without me, you want to remember all these little things I'm giving you, because these are as valuable to you to make you a more successful trader for the rest of your life. Okay. Now, I like to create the family office environment. If you know what a family office is, it's, the very wealthy in this country are usually the benefactors of some, special deals and big money that we don't get to participate. Well, we believe that our algorithms are like the family office. And these are things that not everybody can participate in, because A, we only put out so many memberships at a time. And B, we monitor very closely what we're doing. And, so we want to create our own environment of our family office. And that's, why I'm so heavily involved. I mean, you got a question, you got an email, I answer it. Nobody else. I'm the only guy other than, back office stuff that you will talk to is me. Okay. Emotion free. Look, the key to trading success is emotional discipline. If intelligence were the key, there'd be a lot more people making money trading. And just think about that for a minute, right? Have you ever had that emotional moment that took you out of a winning trade because you couldn't take the pressure for the moment? You have to learn, again, even keel. You cannot let the good times be too good or the bad times be too bad, because they're both coming. Both sides of the equation will play. Okay. Now, in trend trading, price is everything. Okay, it's always the price action. Okay, that's what you're watching. That's what our algorithms are watching. The news has no bearing. Okay, remember now. I happen to do a lot of updates and things like that during the day. I send out texts and videos during the day about markets. And a lot of times I know that, for example, there's a farm report, WASI, that comes out. And of course, I'll 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 text, and I will do a video right before it saying that we're going into this report long because the price action says we should be long, and the report will be long. Okay, it'll be bullish. And 99% of the time we are correct. Okay, because again, markets can be read in front of numbers, just like the jobs number. Okay, you can read those before. Okay, and this is one thing that we always want to make you understand is that the news means nothing. Okay, you buy a future when it breaks out. Okay, you sell it when the trend changes, and you reverse. Okay, don't get out before the trend changes directions, and stick to the system. It's really that simple. Is you stick to methods. Okay. And of course, amateur traders want to be right. Pro traders want to make money. Okay. Which do you want to be? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Some people just can't get past their opinion. And if that's you, then you're probably not a good fit because we don't tolerate that, around here. And of course, we have a chat room for our members only that, most are in all of our stuff. And of course, they talk about the trades all the time. If somebody becomes opinionated, everybody bangs them down because again, it's about the process. Okay, the secret ingredient to profitable trading, okay, or the secret to success. Okay, first of all, is knowing what your win rate is. Our win rate is 66%. Okay, which means that we hit 66% of our trades. Now, the good thing is that the systems take us out far before. And they keep us in as long as they can. So not only is our win rate 66%, but our profit percentage is high. Our profit factor is 4 or 5 times the industry standard as a rule. Okay. And it's something that it works well if you understand it. It's the keys to success are consistency, discipline, and patience. They cannot be bought. And that's where I talk to you. And these are the things, again, that you will need to know whether you become a member or not. In your own trading, these are the important things that you always need to remember. Okay, consistency, discipline, and patience. Because if you don't have those, you're going to have a hard time, making a lot of money in markets in general. Okay, again, we go back to probability because why? Because events are events, markets are markets. They're going to do, believe it or not, they do the same things over and over again. If you've ever looked or taken the time to look at a pattern, okay, look back in that chart. You will see that same pattern has appeared before. Okay, and I would just a quick, tutoring thing for everybody. Recognize patterns, okay, because the patterns repeat over and over again. And if you want to get there the fastest, put up a 1-minute chart one day. Okay, and I'm not telling you to trade from a 1-minute chart, but watch the patterns that occur because in trading, all markets are the same, all charts are the same, all patterns repeat. So you can get 5 years worth of data in a 24-hour period of a future, okay, and learn what those patterns start to look like. So you start to recognize them yourself to increase your own probability, okay? What you need is a manager. Remember Rocky, a manager? Well, again, we just want you to be able to follow the trades and follow the directions, okay? And dear Todd, thank you for making the changes to 70K. You're so successful. You take care of the little guy. You're always ahead of the game. I admire that. You're an inspiration to me, an example to follow. Thank you. And now we've got more portfolios than these, okay? But these are the base ones that we're using right now. And again, you'll see all of them if you become a member. You'll get to look at them all. You get to pick what you want from, and they go from 5,000 to 350,000. Okay, that'll be your choice. Okay, but these are the 3 that or 4 that we'd like to show and share with you here, and that's our 28K. And what this really means, we want everybody to have 3 times margin. Okay, so this portfolio takes about $9,900. 3 times is just over 28,000. We want you to have the 28 to cover, because what we do know is that if you happen to go into a drawdown first, we don't want the capital to become a problem. So you need 3 times margin so that you can never, we've never had a margin call with people that have had 3 times margin in their account. Okay. The 17K takes about 5,600, 5,700. And so again, we're trying to, again, teach you not only how to make money, but to manage what you have so that you don't run into problems. Okay. And so the names, the name of the portfolio is the amount of capital that you want to put into your account. And if you divide that by 3, that will tell you the actual money at stake at that particular time. Okay. So it's 9,900, you're putting in 28,000. The portfolio's name is the 28K. Very, very highly original. Okay. Now this year you can see, like the 28K, since its inception is 3 times margin, it's yielded 85%. This year it's up 12.4. The 70K on 3 times is up 92, but this year is down 10%. Okay. Now again, I don't, the thing that we like about the 10%, and what I like about presenting this when we've just gone through a drawdown is every drawdown we've ever had in history has been met with new equity highs. So for me, it's a bonus because I get a higher probability of you having success right away, okay, without there being any issues. So, but again, so that's down 10%, and the 5K is up for the year, but it's also up 85.5% since inception. And these portfolios are just over 16 months old, this group. So again, they've done very, very well. And of course, these were born from one of our major portfolios, but here's what a portfolio looks like. And this is what you will receive every Saturday, okay? And in the 28K, we trade the micro, Australian dollar, British pound, Canadian, corn, Dow, euro currency, gold, yen, and so on. There's 15 products here, okay? And every Saturday, you will also get each and every result for the week. Okay. Again, we don't hide the red numbers. Okay. Every week you get exactly this full report, which shows all the portfolios. Okay. And we are always long or short. What we will show you is the date of entry. Okay. And the current price. And we use an independent to give the fills. Okay. Our letter of direction broker provides all the fills and all the results. So the results are coming directly from other people's accounts, not from ours, not from an imaginary tail, but they are coming directly from the broker. Okay. And every Friday after the close, they send me the results for each portfolio. And of course, then we publish those on Saturday morning, and you get to see, again, your portfolio, all the entire results. But interesting, as I said, our profit factor, people celebrate a 2-to-1 profit factor. This portfolio at this moment right now is at about 1565, 15 times. So quite a bit better than 2-to-1. Okay. And the 17K right now, again, down 10% for the year. And you can see, here's the red numbers. Again, I'm not going to hide those. I mean, this is in 11 markets. Okay. Always long or short. We're never out of any market. The markets that are in that portfolio, you're always in. Okay. There's not, we don't try to pick which one's going to be. We're always in that market. Okay. Either long or short. Same thing. All the information is the same, other than that, the dates, the entries, and of course, the profit factors are low here because we're down at the moment. So, but we will reach new equity highs, as I'm very confident. And of course, here is one of our 5Ks. Okay. And again, you'll always get an equity curve as well that will show you, what we use the equity curves for. Okay. It helps us determine on when we're going to press our portfolios and add positions. Okay. There's a couple of requirements when you want to add, and you have to have the capital 3 times the new margin, okay, and you want to be at below the mean or at mean, okay, which you can see by the red line, and that allows you to capitalize even more. So we have, from a $5,000 account to whatever, 350 or more. We've got some that are, quite sizable and have been with us. And in fact, one guy's been with us. He started with 850. He's got over 3 million right now. But again, I don't give anybody's future, but there have been some questions and going in. And of course, I have a margin account at Interactive Brokers. Could I trade this account, or would it be preferable to open a separate account with futures? That's up to you. I mean, look, I want you to be comfortable. I don't want you to confuse trades. If you're trading futures or doing some other things, then you probably want to have a separate account. But if you're not going to get confused, hey, wherever you're comfortable, we give you opportunities on where you can trade. Okay. We will give you who we prefer. But at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable. Okay. If I open a separate account, 128K, how much should I fund it with? Okay, I've not traded futures before. Well, 28, the name of the portfolio will tell you how much money you want to put in. Okay, that will give you the proper amounts of margin. I'm Central Standard Time and not really a morning person. So when you send out alerts coming at 3 or 4 a.m., I would be making trades at 8:30 to 9. Would this be okay? It's always okay. You know, we aren't interested in one tick. Okay, we're not trying to make a tick. Every trade we make is going for a home run. Okay, every trade is going for a big score. People are going to get in at different times. Now, our letter of direction broker executes everything at 6:30 a.m. Central Time or 7:30 Eastern. Okay. Now they trade. I have 10 accounts. They trade 9 of them. Okay, and they execute mine at 6:30 a.m. with everybody else. Okay. So the timing is not important because again, we're not looking for one tick or one day trade. These are not day trades. Okay. They're not dependent on whether you get the exact best entry. You know, sometimes at 8:30, you might get a better entry than I got at 6:30. So it's a game of chance, not a problem. Okay. If I start on your monthly plan, can I switch to annual later? Of course, you can always do it. And of course, can you advise me on what you think a preferable time to initiate positions would be? And my advisable time to everybody is the day you sign up and get your brokerage account open, you open every position as is. Okay. Why? Because if it's going to change, okay, then it'll be closer to the time it's going to change. And I can't tell you when the top or the bottom is going to come into play. I can only tell you what the price action says and what our position is. And as that reference that one of those emails is, you know, there's times when people were panicking, like, oh, I got to get out. And of course, the markets continue to go in our direction. So don't try to outsmart or outthink it. You just open them up because the worst comes to worst. There's going to be a reversal. So you reverse out the next day or 2 days, whatever. We don't trade that often. And we like when trades don't come out because that means that we're making money. Every day you will get an update that says make these trades or no new trades. Every morning about between 1:30 and 3 a.m. I send an update that just says new trades or no new trades. Okay, and I will tell you what the trades are and the portfolios that are affected. Okay, so this comes out each and every day, and plus a text alert as well. And every week you get a write-up about the entire portfolios, how we did, what's going on, you know, our rules, and we reinforce the positions at all times. And of course, you get to see all the different portfolios. I didn't want to share with you just the grandfather or the father or the mother of all the portfolios. I don't know if we can still use those terms because of the new, you know, the new stuff. But in the meantime, this is the oldest of them all. Okay, and this has got it shows data going back about 2 years, which is why it's so small. But you can see the equity curve here. Okay. And of course, you see all the results as always. But this portfolio has been running since 2014. Okay. It has had just over 1,000% return with no pressing and no extras, just straight one lot of trading on this portfolio. Okay. So this was the birth of all of it. And then, of course, when the micros came out and the minis came out, it gave us the opportunity to create those who have smaller accounts because, of course, we don't want to cut anybody out. We want everybody to have the benefit to be involved, which goes back to Bubba's office. We also give training. Okay, we do at least 2 training sessions a month, you know, going over the portfolios, going over if it's time to press, going over some of the questions that you may or may not have, because we've also recreated this model, not only in the futures market, but we also recreated the option market as well. Okay, so we have, you know, a very diverse way of doing things depending on your comfort level and the amount of capital that you want to put in and what you want to do. And again, in either case, you've got the letter of direction trading with the futures, or we've actually automated the method with Tradier on the options side of it. Now, if you want to become one of my members, I'd love to have you if you want to be part of it. Okay, you get daily text and email updates. You get weekly portfolio update with all profit and loss. Okay, you get training sessions live and recorded. Okay, you get a letter of direction trading, which is available. You get you'll get a free 6-section option course I just did for Tradier Okay, I've written 2 books on options. You will get a PDF of both of my books. One is weekly. Bubba's Guide, they're very original titles, Bubba's Guide to Trading Options and Bubba's Guide to Trading Weekly's Option. Okay, but they're both very well written and very full books. And again, if you want to come and become part of my team today, okay, today it's $129 a month. If you want to go on the monthly plan, it's bubbatrading.com/micro. Okay, it's $199 normally, or excuse me, $299 normally. If you want to do the annual, okay, it's $1,400 today. It's bubbatrading.com/micro year. And I'm taking 50 members today. That is my limit because we have to make sure we can manage everybody and get everybody taught and up to speed before we can go any further. And that is always what our business is about, is putting everybody in the best position to be successful. So again, it's bubbatrading.com/micro if you want to try the monthly, and it's bubbatrading.com/micro year if you want the annual, and love to have you aboard. I like happy members, and we do retain approximately 90% of the members that do come to us. So would love to have you as part. And I might have gone a little bit too fast, but you know, it's hard for me to gauge when I don't have unlimited time to talk. So I will go to you, Raleigh, and see if there's any questions for me in there.
Okay. Yes. Hi, Bubba. Thank you. I think was a great presentation. Let me go ahead and.
I was a little too fast for me, but it's all right. I need a little more.
No, I got the impression that you've given this presentation before. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, this month.
Yeah. But hey, listen, some questions.
I got to be on. I like being on anyways. What's the difference? I'll talk about anything.
All right. Well, let me bring up the chat panel here and the Q&A panel here. There's a couple things that came up. One of the things that I thought was kind of interesting here. Do you ever change the basket of markets that you basically are in your portfolios?
No, we've been very successful with all the models, and they're all sized very appropriately. And there is no reason to change. You know, these aren't equities; these are futures.
Futures, right?
So remember, we do have equities as well, but if you look at the models, right, equities, there could be problems, right? A company could be going out of business that you're using, so you may want to change. But in futures, the futures aren't going out of business, right? Corn is not going to go out of business, and you know, oil and those products. So we never change in the futures because it's basic and it's simple, and they've been extremely successful for many years. So there's no reason to change there.
I got you. Yeah, I was thinking I didn't have a chance to see all the futures markets that you had there, but the thought just crossed my mind that, for example, if you were closing out of some positions because there was good profit there, but you saw, I don't know, maybe one of the cryptocurrencies all of a sudden got interesting. You know, do you consider adding that to a portfolio?
Oh, no, that'll be 100% guaranteed when cryptos become liquid. Okay, and they become margin reasonably, right? We have basically 2 products right now that are that can be traded through crypto. But the problem is that the margin requirements is 150%.
Oh, okay.
You can't, figure out 3 times margin of Bitcoin, right? You're talking about 200,000 to trade 1 contract. So it's when they become liquid, and they will, okay, and they'll come out with more products, and they'll come out with smaller indexes and exchanges, just like they just came out with the ethers. They will certainly be something we will definitely want to add. But at this point, what I tell everybody, I'm a big believer in cryptos, but I'm a believer as a gambler and as a shot, not as something I can trade actively, because I don't have active markets that are dependable, that are registered.
Sure. And I think the point that you made earlier, Bubba, in answering my question was, look, you've got a lot of experience with futures markets, and you have created portfolios that are balanced to a degree. They're designed to work together. And as you said, wheat's not going anywhere, soybeans not going anywhere, ES is not going anywhere, et cetera. Why mess with success? There's going to be opportunities that come and go. I know Michelle writes in here, she says, I'm new and I just want to be clear. Do you help guide the newcomer as to where to enter and where to exit?
Well, actually, what we'll do is we send you out like an order ticket in the morning. And again, that's there more than likely, unless you're one of my members in Japan or Australia or other parts of the world, more than likely it's there before you get up. But it basically will just tell you to either buy or sell something. And if we're buying something, then we're reselling it. And the price is not important. Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to get this symbol, and you're going to either use the letter of direction trading or go to your symbol guide, or, we'll give you the symbol, but each broker may have a slight variation of that. But bang, you're going to go and if let's say you were long, you're going to sell one and then sell another. And sometimes when we do a exchange or a change, the only thing in futures that has to be adjusted is sometimes the expiration. Okay.
Right.
So, like, for example, orange juice reversed yesterday. Okay. So we had to sell our May orange juice. And instead of reselling in May again, because May's coming closer, we went out to July orange juice. Okay. So we covered in May and shorted in July. And we tend to stay away from the very volatile months. If everybody remembers last year about this time when crude oil went negative, okay, we stay away from those problems. There are things in commodities that come up that, backwardation and contango that create certain issues when you're looking at the front month versus going out in time. So we try to go out a little farther and stay away from that volatility.
Okay. And so to that point, I think something that you mentioned a little bit earlier, one of the questions that you get is, so Bubba, I've just opened up an account. When do I place my orders? You're going like as soon as you're funded. And so are you going in like with market orders? You're just basically going, let's go.
Market orders are fine because,
Okay.
and one tick isn't going to make a difference. And because we're only trading in the most liquid markets in the world, remember, there's a big difference in the futures market where most markets are one tick wide. So you're not a market maker. So don't try to save the tick.
Right.
More important, you're in the order.
Absolutely. And for people that may not be aware of it, when you talk about the fact that you've got different services and you said what did you call it? A letter of
direction trading.
What does that mean? Letter of direction trading, Bubba?
Letter of direction trading is a great question. And in the brokerage business, there are brokers that will do what they call letter of direction, which means that you will sign up with that broker and you are authorizing them to execute the trades that are sent from me only. They have no power of attorney over your account. They are licensed and registered to handle the trades that I send them on a daily or week. Whenever they get trades from me, they have the authorization to trade those trades specifically and nothing else. So they have no overall power of your account. But what that does is that, first of all, some people are nervous, some people work, some people don't want to get up, and they just assume have it done for them.
Sure.
And it's a very simple process, and the cost, because we trade so little. Okay, when you think about it, if we make 2 or 3 trades a week, that's a lot. Okay, and you're talking about a brokerage fee for letter of direction at probably under $10. Okay, so the brokerage cost is a non-issue here for that part of it. And
so it's managed trading. You're doing the trading. People are signing a letter and giving you and your broker the ability to place orders that you place on our behalf. And how would you say that's different than automated trading?
Well, we also, believe it or not, we also have automated for our options models because, of course, if you try to use letter of direction trading in equities, you'll find out that the fees are quite a bit more. And of course, options take a lot more trades to create what we create. But with Tradier, it's actually awesome because there is no charge, but our system does all of the trading based on the trades. I have a master spreadsheet that when a symbol changes, I change it, and then the trade changes automatically. Okay. And it gets executed in my Tradier account immediately, once the market opens. So, we do that through automation as well. So that you're doing yourself, you're doing them both yourself, but one, you're authorizing a party to take the trade for you. The other, you're authorizing software to make the trade for you.
I got you. And in your program for the $129 or the $1,400 a year, do your members have access to both your options and your futures portfolios?
They can look at either, and we do have a package price for both.
Okay, I got you.
No problem. But again, we share. Listen, I'm a big advocate of the independent investor. I want people to do well. I want them to succeed in this industry, which is why, as I went through my presentation, I told them certain things that they should look for, whether they become members or not. There's always certain things you should do to make yourself better. And we're going to give them as much education as they want to get, because again, it's just like the free 6-session options course I just did. I did that for people because I just wanted to do it. It was a course I did. And of course, it gives you some great insight to how the options market works, because that's actually where I started, was in the options world.
Sure, I got you. And coming back to the future side of things, so if I sign up for your program, um, it sounds to me like all I would need at my end is an account and access to a dome.
You would need or you would just need an account. It's up to you. That's where it becomes your decision.
Right.
You want to trade it yourself, you don't even need a dome, you'd need an order screen. But
An order screen, yeah, exactly, right.
That's exactly correct. And you could start immediately. If you already have an open futures account, bang, you can start tomorrow. You'll get the trades, you'll get all the new trades, probably 45 minutes after you sign up, you'll get every portfolio that we have. So every new member that signs up today will get the portfolios, probably, like I said, probably within 45 minutes to an hour would be my guess, and they're ready to go, and they can put the trades in there. They can wait till tomorrow. But again, once you get in, you want to put them all on at the same time.
Sure. And Bubba, it brings up an interesting point. If I decided I wanted to go, if somebody wanted to go with the letter of direction, do they have to go through the process of opening up an account? Because sometimes opening up a futures account involves paperwork and some time and things of that nature. Is there still that process regardless?
Well, there is a process, but we've made it so easy. The broker that we chose. Now, I have many brokers myself. Okay, but the broker we chose for letter of direction trading, what happens is you say, "Hey, I'd like to go through CTG Group. That's who does the trading." I go, "Great." I send CTG an email. I copy you on the email. They pick up the phone. They say, or they send an email. Let's talk on the phone. Let's get you set up. When's a good time? Okay?
Sure.
Make it very easy to get set up. And most people are set up within a day, okay, with very little to do, and everything is put right in front of them what they need to get done to get opened.
Absolutely. And so people have full access to their account. They can withdraw money when they need to.
And every day, and they can withdraw anytime they want, and it's their account. Again, the CTG can only make the trades that are recommended by me, by our service. They have no other authorization. So you send in a request for money, they'll send you a check.
I tell you what, I think that basically covers it, folks. Bubba, thank you so much for your time. You said you've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, what's the big deal?
That's what I do every day, baby. I'm up. Ask Pat. I start texting her at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I tell you what, thank you so much for your time.
See, I put you on schedule in case you get off schedule. I have to go. But to everybody out there, thank you for listening. Thank you, Westmark, for having me. It's a pleasure. And again, whether you become a member or not, just remember patience, discipline, and consistency. That's the only secret of trading. I'm just telling you straight. Okay, I've done it 43 years, and that's the secret. Okay, forget about nonsense. If you do those things and understand your win rate, you'll make money.
Absolutely. Well, to the extent that you need another testimonial, I can share as a day trader of the futures markets, I certainly did experience some of the negative impacts of emotional involvement in the decision-making process that you talked about. And you're right. If it just took intelligence, there'd be a lot more successful traders.
Exactly right. Keep your mind, as Strother Martin said to Paul Newman and Cool and Luke, keep your mind right.
Keep your mind right. And on that note, Bubba, once again, thank you so much for your time today. All the best to you and your team.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bubba.
Okay, what a great presentation, folks. And let me go ahead and share the screen here. That was Bubba Horwitz. And the special that he basically alluded to was that he is partnered up with Tradier, and they're offering a commission-free brokerage service where you can trade on your own terms. You've got commission-free equity options training available to you, and you can use real-time APIs to build your own trading platform through their system. And once again, to get access to the kinds of things that he talked about, westmarktrading.com/Bubba will get you there, not only to learn more about Tradier, but also to take advantage of some of the special offers that they have put together. Let me slide this off to the side here. Okay, and with that,